Alright, so I decided to play Brandenburg, and the thing is, I don't think I've actually formed Prussia in this game yet, even though I've been playing for like a year and a half-ish, roughly, since Alpha generally. But I decided to play Brandenburg, maybe form it. But in retrospect, the Teutonic Order is probably a better choice here, because I kind of asked Austria to bail me out, because I kind of screwed up the military a little bit. But it's fine, I beat their army a little bit. But it's basically just a back and forth for right now. But I allied the Austrians, I call them in. And then we go in together. It's not like I was pushed back severely or anything, it's just kind of, I got some assistance. Anyway, here we are sieging the rest of the Teutonic Knights, or Teutonic Order, I think. I think it's Teutonic Order. Oh no, I don't play them. But anyway, after this, I don't form Prussia actually, because I don't have enough provinces, so there's a little delay. But I do take the majority Prussian regions. I take this on the map the required cities, that says. But Lithuania does a special guest appearance, so I'm doing some diplomatic negotiation stuff with them. I do concede they could probably take some stuff if they want to, but I still want to form. Anyway, for my army back up, I take Bohemia, which was just one province state, and onto Prussia. Now, this second Prussian war wasn't actually that hard, but I did anyway. I also wanted to annex the, I think that's called Wolgast. I'm not much of a small German states connoisseur, if you know what I mean. But I think that's called Wolgast, and I formed Prussia. Yeah. Anyway, here I go for Saxony, because Prussia is pretty small. I get pretty good claims for Westphalia. It's basically the entire thing, except like maybe 2 provinces. But as Prussia, just make sure you remember to core. You know, if you, well, I should probably rephrase that. If you can remember to core. Because Germany has a lot of provinces. I do have some rebels later, I think, in this video. I do some off-camera stuff here, I think, though. Well, not during the video, it's like after the video ends. Maybe. Anyway, I'm getting my trades done over there. You may have seen like a little flash. At least I'm looking at it. And I'm trying to get like a connection to Westphalia. Now those claims I was talking about come in pretty useful here, but it doesn't claim Frankfurt. Anyway, here I'm just watching Provence game. Well, I was watching Provence getting beaten up, and I was just finishing the siege of Westphalia. But I noticed Denmark was building a star fort, so I also declared war on them for Lubeck. Well, to try and get Lubeck. So yeah, the war is a little bit more complicated now, but it's actually not that bad. I peace out the Westphalians, I take land. And I push Denmark out and go to siege Lubeck. Now there's some rebels here, but this is not what I'm talking about. There's just some minor rebels, it's fine. I think it's the Leisure revolts again before the big rebellion a bit later. Anyway, I'm just sieging some Danish territory to try and get some more war score here, I think. I'm just trying to get Lubeck, honestly. Well, now I'm doing the rebels, though. You know, one at a time. Anyway, I get Lubeck, which is pretty good for trading, because, I mean, there's like an entire node called Lubeck. But anyway, here I have to Westphalia again. Frankfurt it's the trade center, I think, so it's generally worth more than just your standard province, so if you're going like after Germany, Frankfurt might be a pretty good province to siege, because it usually doesn't have like a fort on it or anything. But anyway, Germany, well, I guess Prussia. It becomes Germany later, but Prussia now has a coast on the North Sea, so I could potentially colonize if I had the money. And I do have the money, so I just go over to the Americas, get Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico has a market town on it, so if you're trying to dominate the Caribbean, you might want to go for there. Anyway, you may have seen my core map, it doesn't look that great, but I think I've sold the Ottomans an island, so they potentially colonized. because Ottoman colonies are pretty fun. But anyway, I don't think I mentioned, but Provence is still a player, even though they got beaten up severely by France, which is a bit surprising. But at the same time, not really. Anyway, I invaded Denmark over there a little bit, and I settled more of Mexico. Now, Mexico in this game is more of a vanity project, because I don't actually gain, like, I don't, well, I mean, I technically do, but I don't, like, steer trade from Mexico to Germany. It's just, like, too much, it gets too diluted, basically, generally. But Denmark gets kind of clobbered here. They're just kind of left with Hamburg, but that soon changes, I think. Anyway, the Ottomans steal away Peru, and I advised them to. I'm being a little poor in the Pacific because I wanted to. It's kind of funny. But anyway, there's a Sweden player now, I think. So Sweden's more powerful. I think he already does vassalize Denmark because as Prussia, you don't tend to follow the technology that much because, you're Prussia. So Denmark is like a good modern infantry army type place. You can just like vassalize and be fine, generally. Anyway, with Denmark vassalized, I'm able to just like kind of play around if I wanna. And France broke the alliance. I think it was mostly just because of prestige or something like that. He doesn't like dislike me or anything, I think. Anyway, I form my army back up and I try and claim some more Poland. Now, Poland becomes a player later, so this war is pretty important to like hampering Poland. I think Poland, like the player, joins within generally the next minute. But anyway, the siege over there is going on. Yep, there's the Poland player, I think. Yep, there's a Poland player now. Anyway, I have some rebels in Denmark, but I'm mostly just dealing with the Polish threat now. I'm giving Russia some acknowledgements that he did something. And Poland now looks like it's 1795 or 94. I don't know. It's one of those years. Anyway, here's that big revolt I was talking about earlier. So there's a Western Front and an Eastern Front. The Western Front revolts, I think I cleaned them up pretty well. Italy sent some help here, which is pretty nice, but I get a little bankrupt notification. I'm not sure if you caught that, if you're looking. Because it was pretty brief. But anyway, Provence is a player, and it's over in the Americas now. I think they get exiled a bit later. But here I'm just doing some squabbling over Mexico. I'm trying to get Provence to do some stuff. But the core map looks not as bad as it did before, but still kind of bad, honestly. Anyway, about here I decided I kind of want to form Germany, because I didn't really form Germany before. But as it stands, Prussia is pretty powerful in this game. Like this specific game, it's pretty strong. But there's no like major European war, even though that would probably be fun. There wasn't actually a major European war. Well, it wasn't in Europe. But I think I'll save that story for later. An eventuality. I was just browsing out the map a little bit, and I'm trying to kind of colonize, but I'm trying to like annex more of Germany. Just some justifications, and that's about it. I bought that. I forgot the name of the province, but there's a province that Austria holds in southern Germany that I bought. So that's cool. It kind of speeds some stuff up. But southern Germany costs a little bit more political power than usual to like manage. But Russia is over invading Italy, I think, about now, because they have like a rival war or something like that. That's what they said. And I also had Italy's arrival, so I just kind of barged on in too. So for about the next minute or two, I think you'll just see several different powers sacking Italy, like the Ottomans, me, Russia. I think Austria and France should join in at some point. I'm not sure if it was now or later. But anyway, those are the Ottomans just invading Italy. Those are Austria now. Yeah, Italy's just not having a great time, I think, right now. I assisted Austria here, I think. Anyway, the Italian war is basically almost done. I asked the Ottomans to like siege Croatia because I mean you might as well. Apparently, for rival wars, that increases your political power. So that's pretty damn cool in my opinion. Because I mean, I like an increase in political power. Anyway, I finished claiming the rest of southern Germany here, I think. And I'm just going after some lands in southern Germany. The Ottomans took over Rome. And Provence has some rebels. Anyway, I left 2 provinces for Austria because, you know, modern borders. I think I invade Austria later in this run. I'm not sure if it's filmed on video. But anyway, I think I formed Germany about now. Yep, those are nice borders. And Germany's formed. Anyway, Provence is now reduced down to Luxembourg. And Calais is not British here, I think. It's just like that might be Flanders. Anyway, I rivaled Britain because they already had me rivaled, and I still have Mexico from earlier. I tried to build some stuff there to potentially get it to be my #1 trading spot, but it just did not work like that. It just did not work like that. Anyway, Switzerland was Coptic, and he convinced Provence to be Coptic. So there's now a massive Coptic Provence in the New World. And I wanted Provence to, like, not be that much of a threat. So I ended up selling Mexico to him, because, I mean, I wasn't actually getting much of anything from Mexico. So I decided to acquiesce and sell Mexico. Eventually. But for Tunisia, Switzerland, the Coptic Switzerland tried to convert Tunisia to Copticism, but I did not want that to happen. Anyway, here I'm trying to save my Pacific fleet because that's kind of fun. But it just didn't, the game just wasn't really that. But Provence got some rebels over there, I think. He dealt with them as far as I'm aware, so it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, around here I court Poland because Poland was being kind of aggressive. He was saying like insults and that kind of stuff around here, I think. Anyway, I went ahead and built a port on Puerto Rico, I think, just to try and bolster my Caribbean trade, because Mexico, I noticed, was making a lot of money, and I kind of wanted some of that money. But the Caribbean didn't actually make that much, so it wasn't really that worth it at the end of the day. But anyway, Switzerland was developing itself, and I decided I didn't really want Germany to be that underdeveloped, so I developed some of Germany. You know, might as well. It also gave me some manpower, I think, but anyway, I developed Berlin too, I didn't mention that. And some barracks to bolster the German manpower, because despite Germany being pretty big, the manpower isn't quite that big, usually. Anyway, Italy proceeds to get sacked again, but this time it's mostly assisting Austria. I'm not like doing a rival war here, I think. Just showing down their army, and I got that done over with. I do end up invading Austria later. I'm not sure if I... Yeah, but it's soon now, I think. But it's AI Austria. I don't, just invade a player or anything like that. That's not what I do. But anyway, around there, I think I told Tunisia not to convert to Copticism like with the Swiss. But they end up doing that for the government anyway. And I was completely opposed to that. I allied with Portugal, so I went to take attrition, march my armies to Tunisia, and I was, pretty angry that Tunisia would just like take my 2,000 coins and just like waste them like that. Because I sent those coins on the condition that he wouldn't convert, and he converted. Anyway, I sent my army to Portugal and down into Tunisia. Now, Tunisia was a new player, so I think I probably should have went a little bit easier on him, but to be fair, he did waste 2,000 of my own money. Germany's not that rich either. Anyway, he was trying to fabricate a peace treaty, but it just did not work like that. It didn't work that well. Anyway, Morocco is free now. Well, no, not now. Sorry, it was just treaty stuff. Don't worry. I ended up giving Portugal a province because he kind of wanted one, and Tunisia ends up as a German vassal for a little bit, just to put him in timeout, you know. But anyway, Russia's busy invading the Lithuanians, I think. Well, I guess Poland, Lithuania. Around here, I just try and get a big army, and just, like, deal with the Ottomans. Now, the Ottomans don't give me that much. I mean, I get some money, I guess, but it's not that big of a deal. I was commentating on how Russia didn't occupy Moldova in the game yet, I think. Anyway, here I'm, not finishing yet, but here I'm just sieging more of Ottoman lands. I went into Greece a little bit. I just took some money because I don't actually have any claims on the Ottomans. Austria didn't take that much. They just took like a little odd strip from Poland, because Poland, they took Pest, I think. I think that's the province name, but anyway, they took that land. And they have their trade better now, I think. Anyway, I take land from Poland, which is pretty cool. And I got like modern Polish borders-ish for the east. So the borders weren't that historical here, at least for World War I Germany, which was kind of what I was going for initially. But Austria ends up becoming AI, and I was a bit concerned about the German position in the game. So I kind of wanted an Austrian vassal, but the problem is Austria is pretty big, and I thought I was going to be able to vassalize them, but the game didn't let me. Like, it didn't have an option to. So I just ended up taking much land. And then I ended up vassalizing them later. Anyway, I was noting on how German culture is still dominant in Mexico. And I'm just kind of chilling for now. But as of now, my plans are to expand to Ottoman territory. I was just giving claims from Slovakia around now, I think. And I was planning on launching my army into the Ottoman lands and like expanding Austria a little bit, so I like have a bigger power base. I liberated one French province in northern Italy, so France may have a slightly easier time dealing with that nonsense. Because rebels aren't always that fun, you know. Anyway, Austria has been officially vassalized here, I think, now. Anyway, my army has officially gone on a little trip to carpet siege Ottoman land. Russia, I think they tried to build some forts, but they just ended up dismantling them, I think, because later I don't think I saw any. At least not like a line like that. In retaliation, I built one fort, and that's about it. Anyway, I assembled more of my army and sent it at the Ottomans. You may have seen like a little split warfare there. But the server's been alive for a long time. It's 1850, 1835 around now, which is pretty nice for UR standards. Anyway, Russia's assembling an army around roughly the size of the army it sent down to the Ottoman lands to invade the Ottomans themselves. So they're having a little blast, I guess. Anyway, Russia's the max in manpower around now. And I encourage France to take Calais, and also Ireland's there. Anyway, I made a little German wall just in case like there's like some eastern threat that decides to like potentially barge down into Germany. There's like a little wall I could just like walk around potentially. So that's pretty nifty, I'd say. Anyway, France is just chilling. I think they're still at war with the British at this point, and I muster a big army. Anyway, my plan here is to invade Russia. I get many mobile divisions. This is basically like the ending part of the video. But anyway, I'm about to form like a massive army that's 7k stacks on each of them. Roughly 7k, I think. I'm not sure if everything is saying 7k. But anyway, here I go to Carpet Siege. That looks pretty good so far, I think. Pretty good progress. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned, I still had some troops into Finland to get like Helsinki in that area. But anyway, my troops they already took Stalingrad, I think. They pushed the Caspian Sea. One is going for Veps, I think, and I basically officially reached Gray Zone territory, which is pretty nice. I think I reached the borders of Persia before the war ends. And there it is. I think, yeah. So basically that entire war for basically the Baltics. And also I freed Veps, because, why not? Anyway, that's the video.